Sino magsasalita? Ikaw?
Oo. Ayan, good day everyone. So, ayan, we are your professor for today's lesson, the Mexico or what is a Mexico? Oh, by the way, my name is Ferdinand Marquez.
And I am Kristine Macabeo.
And here is the assigned topic to us. So, the coverage is about Mexico. So, what is a Mexico? So these are the content of our topic for today, class. So the official name of the country, the location, the neighboring countries, the climate, the topography, and the region. And the history-related cuisine, eating patterns and practices. The next one is food symbolism. The next one is the national dishes and the popular dishes with 5 recipes and 5 dishes. And lastly, the common ingredients. So Ms. Macabeo will discuss to you what is Mexico about. So,
So here is the official name of the country, Mexico. So the location, first we discussed about the location and neighboring countries of Mexico. So here, location. Mexico is located in North America. Mexico is bordered by the Pacific Ocean, the Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. The United States to the north and Belize and Guatemala to the south. So in neighboring countries, Mexico is a country in southern North America with extensive coastlines on the Gulf of Mexico and the Pacific Ocean. In the north, there is a 3,169 kilometer or 1,969-mile long border separating Mexico and the United States. Mexico is also bordered by Guatemala and Belize, and it shares maritime borders with Cuba and Honduras.
So the next one is the climate, topography, and the region. Here we discuss first a climate. So the climate in Mexico is a tropical with a rainy and a dry season and a little temperature fluctuation from the season to season. Ayan, take that guys that the temperature in almost areas of Mexico typically range between 50% Fahrenheit to 90 Fahrenheit through the year. So the average of annual humidity is about 70%. Guys, i-take note nyo po yun ha. Okay, next one is the topography of the Mexico. So Mexico's topography is characterized by diverse range of the landscape, including the coastal plains, temperate highlands, expansive mountain range, climbs evaluated over 10,000 feet above the sea level. Ayan, take note, 10,000 feet above the sea level. This diversity creates the variety of different climate zones across the country. So, ayan po yung topography ng Mexico. So, proceed to the next topic. So, ayan po, nakikita po natin dito is yung mga landmark of Mexico. So, ayan, we will give you the topic or the soft copy so that you can easily to understand what we are discussing right now. So, I proceed to the next one in the region. So, region is known as a Roman Catholic was the most common region affiliation in Mexico in 2018. So in a survey carried out between July to August of 2018, almost 81% of a Mexican respondent claimed to be a Catholic faith. Where areas or second most chosen region was evangelism with only 1.3% of people interviewed. So, ayan, that is the region or the Roman Catholic.
So now we now discuss next about history of the Mexico. So everything in this world has its own bit of history. The sidewalk you walk on, the building you work in, the house you live in, even the air molecules you breathe have been around for years upon years. The same goes for our food we eat. Every chunk we take out of a dish is a bite out of history. This is not only speaks to the history of the ingredients themselves, but the history of the recipe and customs that went into making the dishes. While food from every culture has an incredible backstory, Mexican cuisine is one of the most historic cuisines the world has to offer, and this history is evident in every dish. The origins, the basic the basics of Mexican cuisine can be traced back to 7000 BCE, when Mexico and Central America had yet to be colonized. Back then, indigenous people roamed the area and survived by hunting animals and gathering plants. One of the most common plants in the area was the wild chile pepper, which they ate frequently. So take note about the most common plants in the area is the wild chile pepper, which they ate frequently. So corn was first entered their diet 500 years later in 12,000 BCE. It was domesticated through a system called nixtamalization. So nixtamalization, where the corn would be treated with lye to soften it for grinding. So nixtamalization leads to the use of tortillas and other types of corn-based bread. And the indigenous people had a very hard time collecting sufficient protein as men was here around the area. To try to make up for this, they ate a lot of beans, which would be served as a side of most meals with corn.
Ayan. We are now proceed to the next topic. So after that, income the Spanish. So as of the case with the countries today, the word Mexico was created through the colonization in the case of the own recipe, the dishes, indigenous culture. So along the way, ayan, the cows, goats, sheep were used, the dairy as well as the cheese becoming more many ingredients as their dishes. So ayun po yung kanilang parang na-colonize po, yung pumasok po yung Spanish, ayun doon po nag-grow or ang kanilang mga dishes. Oh, so in a Mexican food today naman, so ayan, for today's naman po siya, today's Mexican cuisine is the nice blend with indigenous and Spanish cuisine. So ayun, noong panahon nila at ngayon, so parang nag-evolve na siya into different types of a recipe. So different dishes na po siya. So hindi ko na siya babasahin. So para to more about it, you can read or you can read to the given topic later. So ayan, we will now proceed to the eating patterns and practices of Mexico. So now proceed to the eating habits. So what are the eating habits? In general, ayan, in general, Mexican drinks a lot of milk like salty food. Ayan, take note nyo guys ha. Ayan, ang Mexico daw is ang kanilang drink a lot of milk. So ayan, salty food and sweet foods, it average with 6 tortillas every day and a food traditional domestic diet. Soup, rice, stew without leavening out of salsa and beans. So, in kanilang daily bread naman ay 94% of a Mexican eat lunch every day followed by 78% of breakfast, only 64% for dinner. So, sa weekly food naman po nila, we have 87% of population eats chicken. So, ayan, 87% naman po nila ang kanilang kinakain ay chicken. At least 1 week followed by red meat na 79%, egg na 77%, and a milk product which is 66%, and a fish is 40%, 43%. Guys, class, i-take note nyo itong mga percent na to because after which we will discuss this topic. We will given you quiz consisting of a quizzes about our topic today. So the next slide is the lunch time. So almost nobody eats before 1 p.m. Guys, take down nyo ha. Wala daw pong kumakain before 1 p.m. So 21% of the population eats between 1 to 2 p.m. while 74% of the population of Mexico eats between 2 to 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., about 37% each naman po siya. So time of lunch naman po, so sa lunch naman po sila, ayan, sa lunch naman po is almost 57% going to 30 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes, and 37 taking less to 30 minutes. So where we live, 7% go beyond the hour. So ayun po siya, parang magkakaiba po siya, parang hindi po yung specific time ng kanilang pagkain. So sa dinner time naman po nila sa Mexico, so nationality, the large portion of the population eats dinner between 8 and 9 p.m., 39% followed by 9 p.m. So parang may kanya-kanya po silang, kunyari sa lunch, and hindi po sila kumakain ng eats before 1 p.m. Sa kwan naman po, sa lunch naman siya, ang tawag nito, 30 to 60 minutes before. Ayan, before sila magla-lunch. Tapos dito naman sa dinner nila is every 8 or 9 p.m. sa gabi naman. Sa Mexico, yun po yung kanilang eating habits naman po. So the next topic is all about putting it on or in. So 77%, guys, 77% of the population of tortillas with their food daily, while 58% salsa of their food they wish is 46 naman po ang kanilang kinakain, beans. So what kind of tortilla would you like? Ayan guys, ayan. Ano daw ang mga tortilla na kinakain nila? So 86% of the population generally eats of tortillas. So ito po yung kanilang karaniwang kinakain sa kanilang daily. So ayan, it was most given corn tortillas with 91% almost sticking with the maize. Ayan, mais po yung kanilang kinakain or a corn. So ayan, favorite fruit naman po ang Mexico is apple. So ayan, apple ang kanilang favorite fruit. Ayan. Okay, the next slide is all about, oh my God, the favorite vegetable naman ng Mexican is it's lettuce. Ayan, guys, i-take down nyo na lang po masasabihin ko ha. Ang favorite fruit ng Mexico is apple. Ang favorite vegetable naman ng Mexican or Mexican people is a lettuce. So as a snack naman po nila, according to here, 43% population sees the snack between the meals. And those large populations na fruit, ayan, fruit lang po ang kanilang kinakain and hindi sila nag-a-allowed ng junk food. So ayan, ang soda naman po nila is parang, ayan, according here sa slide, is almost 12% lang po ang kanilang dinidrink na soda. In every, ayun, kapag na-stress sila, they have stress reliever nila if they have time. So ayan, 12% lang ang kanilang iniinom na soda or a drinks. So where did they get that water? So ayan naman po, ayan, according to the report, 72% from garrafon, a large container purified milk. Ayan, purified water. Guys, i-take down nyo to ha. 72% galing sa garrafon or a large container of a purified water. And 10% from the faucet, 8% from the bottle, and 5% from the top of through filter. Ito po yung, okay, and then 5% naman po sa boiled. So, and sa kanilang dessert naman po is, different, guys, according to here, it depends on what they eat in their lunch, dinner. Of course, like here in the Philippines, syempre, alangan naman kakain ka. Kung ang kinain mo ay bulalo, alangan naman magkukwan ka. Depende yun sa dish na kinain mo. Ayan, like also in a Mexican. So the next one is, what would you like for dinner? So the most people in a Mexico just have milk. Ayan, product. Ayan guys, take note ito ha. Baka lalabas mamaya sa quizzes nyo. Ayan, most of the Mexican people daw, ang gusto nila is a milk product. Bread for dinner, having something to eat while watching TV, and a key criteria for success, or the El La Cena. El La Cena ang tawag sa kanilang while watching a TV, ang tawag doon sa parang midnight snack sa kanila, ang tawag doon is El La Cena. So ayan. So the next slide is asaan? Ang tagal. Okay. The next slide is we will not discuss this, guys. Please read. We will not no more discussing this one because it's too more discussion. Ayan. Macabeo.
So about breakfast, they serve from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Breakfast can include sweetbreads or conchas, exotic fruits like red papaya, the tastiest papaya you'll ever eat, um, tamales or eggs, 100 different ways, huevos rancheros, huevos a la mexicana, huevos divorciados, huevos con papas, the list goes on. Always serve with corn tortillas. So, hindi talaga nawawala yung dish na corn tortillas. Never toast. You'll never find a toaster in a Mexican kitchen. When a bigger breakfast in order, um, chilaquiles may be on the typical Mexican family food menu. Corn tortillas are cut into quarters and deep fried. Our totopos make awesome chilaquiles. Before they are drawn in spicy salsa topped with fried eggs, seared steak, a little cheese, and a sour cream and sliced onion eggs, um, and sour cream and sliced onion plus a serve of frijoles and or refried beans on the side. We think this is where Westerners got the idea for nachos. So bring your appetite. For lunch, Mexicans eat their lunch a little later than Australians, usually from 1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. So medyo late silang kumakain ng lunch. So lunch is the main meal of the day and often includes two courses. The first course is usually a salad or soup, referred to as consomme. This is usually followed by a main course of meat, chicken, or seafood served with rice, beans, and corn tortillas. So there is the corn tortillas na naman. So lunches are long and a time for catching up. School finishes around 1 p.m. and factories close, so families can be home to eat lunch together. Certainly, this is a dying tradition as Mexico becomes more modernized and 9 to 5 jobs become the happy fortune um, spoil casinos norm. But mm, the Mexican solution is comida corrida, a small eatery where a traditional lunch is cooked. What is served at home? Soup or salad restored, rice, then the meat. It may be mole with chicken or chiles, rellenos, and a tortillo filled with a bottomless supply of warm corn tortillas. The options are endless. So for dinner, it is typically much lighter than lunch and is eaten at around 8 p.m. Prepared in a home kitchen. And atoll is a drinking custard. So often people head out for tacos or tamales. While this style of eating and meal times in Mexico may be somewhat different to our own culture, two things are certain. Number one, typical Mexican family food is a time for gathering and sharing. Number two, there will always be a corn tortillas.
So the festival, ayan, guys, if you have any inquiries or any suggestion or any question dyan, you can drop here the comment section para masagot po namin ang iyong ang aking napakagandang guro dito, si Ma'am Kristine. So we're now proceed to the next topic, which is festivals. So what are the festivals of these Mexican people? So first is the Three Kings of a Bread Fiesta. So according to here, the Three Kings bread has become the symbol in which the story of Joseph and Mary who live to protect Jesus from King Herod is displayed. Ayan, it is why the plastic figure is placed inside the bread and the three wise men traveled to deliver the gift to Messias and managed to arrive January 16, guided by the stars of Baptism. So on this day, children are presented with gift as families gathered and tawag dito, and savor delicious prayer with plastic cups, chocolate, and a lucky person. So, and a lucky person, and on the second known as Selemas. Okay? Okay, while the next one is the next festival of guys, eto po siya ha. Ayan, yung nakikita niyo sa picture, yan po yung actual or which is yan po yung actual na picture ng the Three Kings Bread Fiesta of a Mexican. So the next one, the festival of a Mexican is a corn and a tortillas fair. O yan, almost kanina po, di ba? Almost kanina class, naririnig natin yung tortillas or yung mga corn pa corn ng mga tortillas. So in a fair festival that is celebrated from May 26 to June 3rd in a Santiago, Tapalcalapan. So this annual fair celebrate the Mexico's staple grains along with tortillas food like tracoños, masa cake shuffled with beans and other ingredients. So yan, portiduros or a honey or a caramel milk candy, escuetes or a kernel fried in a butter with shield, powdered and ezazot are available. So ayan, yan po yung actual picture ng a corn and a tortilla fair of a Mexican festival. So the third one is all about the ice cream festival. Oh, ayan, saktong-sakto ngayon dito kasi medyo, ayan, summer-summer. So, ayan, ice cream festival naman ang kanilang third festival. So, is a festival celebrated on a March 12 naman po siya. Ayan, pwede sa mga nagbabalak dyan, student na pwede mag-travel, ayan, magbalak kayo ng every March 22 ng March 22 para maranasan nyo yung ice cream festival of a Mexico. So, ayan, snow-capped volcanoes to make a frozen treat. This fair festival is known as 127 years old na po siya katagal. So, yan guys, take doon, 127 years na po katagal itong festival na sinaselebrate ng Mexican people. So, ayan po yung actual ha, guys ha. Alam na natin kung saan nagmula ang ice cream. Ayan ang ice cream natin. So, ayan, we'll proceed to the next. So, ayan, ito po yung pang-apat po sa 5 kinuha po namin na Festival of Mexico. So, the Coffee and a Guava Fair. So, this is a festival which is known for sampling different type of Java mixture and a canned guava. So, ayan, among the people who go to the fair. So, this is a festival which is usually celebrated in the regions where there are the wide variety of mountains, which is actually north side of Mexico. So, ayan, ito naman ang mostly nagsa-celebrate naman daw po ito sa Coffee and Guava Fair is sa every north side of the Mexico. So, sa mga north side po na Mexico naman. So, this also festival take place month of February of the Mexico. So, nagkakwan po siya ng every February of the month. So, ayan, it is known attracting lot of coffee. Ayan, sa mga mahilig naman po dyan. Kung kanina guys, kung kanina class, sa mga mahilig po ng ice cream kanina, pumunta kayo ng every March 22 sa Mexico. Ngayon naman po sa mga mahilig magkape dyan, every February naman po, punta kayo doon sa north side of Mexico. Doon naman makakaranas kayo ng iba't ibang klase ng kape. Ayan. Proceed tayo sa next, the last festival. And the last festival is about Sabor Acambo. So about this Sabor Acambo, this is a celebration is more popular throughout the south side of the Federal District, which is popularly known as in Mexico for having a floating gardens. Wow, sa mga nagbabalak po dyan, mapangasal sa mga floating garden. So, ayan po, ang pwede po magandang venue po natin is sa Mexico, sa South District po ng Mexico. This is a festival which is especially dedicated all pressed Spanish grain function aramata with the various form. This festival serve many hot drinks na called alegrines, and this is a place that popularly known having the large craft market in Mexico. Guys, take note, this is known as the large craft market in Mexico. This festival celebrated in February in Mexico. So ayan, ito po yung mga festival na ito po yung mga festival at una, balik tayo doon sa una, ito po yung guys, stick daw ha, baka lalabas to, baka kuhan tayo mamaya. First is the Three Kings Bread Fiesta. Ayan, the second one is the Corn and Tortillas Fiesta. The third one is all about the Ice Cream Festival. And the fourth one is Coffee and Guava Fair. And the last one of the festival ay the Sabor Campo. Guys, a lot of festival in Mexico, but we only conclude 5 po na example para po ito po yung mga popular na festival in Mexico na sineselebrate every month of a year. Ayan.
Food symbolism. So, tamales are a symbolic of Mexican street food and are the staple of many Mexican mothers' kitchen, especially over the festive period and during national celebrations such as Independence Day. They also feature in one of Mexico's greatest traditions, on King's Day celebrated on January 6th. A small figurine of the baby Jesus is hidden inside a sweet bread. Whoever finds the figurine when eating the bread must buy tamales for all those present as a forfeit. So the next one is Pan de Muertos. So Pan de Muertos, or the bread of the dead, is a traditional Mexican sweet bread that is commonly made during Day of the Dead, or called Dia de Muertos. It is very important during this season, and the meaning behind it is as rich as its flavor during the Day of the Dead holiday. So the third one, oh, the next are the national dishes and popular dishes. Okay, so here are the some common recipes of the Mexicans. So we selected tostadas. So here are the list of the ingredients. So basahin na lang natin guys kasi medyo mahaba-haba siya. Okay, so proceed na lang tayo sa methods or the procedures. So one at a time, fry the tortillas in the oil. So the first step is warm the refried beans. Warm the refried beans in a frying pan on medium heat until warm. If you are using regular canned beans, drain them, then add them to the pan with a little water. Mash them as you heat them. For extra flavors for the beans, you can stir in a tablespoon of bacon fat to them and or a big slice of cheddar cheese. Keep the beans on warm while you prepare the tortillas, adding water to them as necessary to keep a creamy consistency. So next, dry the tortillas in oven. So to help the tortillas fry up better, dry them in the oven by laying them out on an oven rack and cooking them at 250 Fahrenheit for 10 minutes or so. So the third step, fry the tortillas. Pour enough oil into a frying pan so that you have a quarter-inch layer of oil. Heat the oil on medium-high heat until sizzling hot but not smoking. Okay, pasensya na kung medyo maingay dito sa background natin. So, the fourth step is place the tortilla on a paper towel-lined plate to absorb the excess oil. Then, number 5, serve with toppings. So, that's the last step for the said dishes. So the next one is huevos rancheros. Okay. So here are the followed ingredients, then the procedure. Next na lang tayo guys, basa-basahin na lang natin kasi medyo mahaba-haba talaga. Next, next dish please. Then the third one is the enchiladas. So as usual, the followed ingredients and procedures. So for directions, in a saucepan over medium-low heat, combine the canola oil and flour, whisk together and allow to bubble for 1 minute. Pour in the red sauce, chicken broth, and a pepper. Bring to a boil, reduce the heat, and simmer while you prepare the other ingredients. So set aside na lang muna natin yan. For the meat, while the sauce is simmering, brown the ground beef with the onions in a large skillet over medium-high heat. Drain the fat and add the salt and stir to combine. Turn off the heat and set aside. So for the rest, in a small skillet over medium heat, heat some canola oil. Lightly fry tortillas until soft. Do not twist. Drain on a paper towel lined plate. Repeat until all the tortillas have been fried. So preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then spread 1/2 cup of the sauce in the bottom of a 9 by 13-inch baking dish. Mix one at a time. Dip each tortilla into the sauce. Set the sauce-soaked tortilla on a plate. Place on some of the meat mixture chilies, green onions, and black olives. Top with a generous portion of grated cheddar. Roll up the tortilla to contain the filling inside. So then place the tortilla seam side down in the baking dish. Repeat with the rest of the tortillas and pour the remaining sauce over the top. So end with a generous sprinkling of cheese and any other bits of chilies, green onions or olive oils for the toppings. So bake the enchiladas for 20 minutes or until bubbly. Sprinkle chopped cilantro over the top and serve. So next,
The next one is kilakiles. So, ayan, for the ingredients, guys, ayan, says here
Ferdinand.
uh, they are here the ingredients of kikilas. Ayan, I will not read the ingredients, guys. We will give them to you the said topic of this Mexican ingredients. So the next one is, ayan, here are the instruction. This instruction will be given to you. So please read because in our laboratory we will give you and you will choose from the given said activities to perform in your laboratory. So ayan, proceed to the last dishes, which is the pozole or a pozolo. So these are the ingredients. Ayan, said a while back, hindi ko na siya babasahin pa isa-isa. Ayan, kasi ibibigay naman po namin sa inyo. Ayan, para kayo mamimili mamaya. Ayan, kayo mamimili sa inyong laboratory. So these are the said ingredients or the said method or the direction of how to make a pozolo. So ayan, we will now proceed. Ayan guys, this is the last topic of our topic, or which is the last slide of our topic, which is the common ingredients of in every dish that you will be chosen soon in your laboratory. So guys, we alternate kami magbabasa ng inyong teacher or ng aking kasama dito, si Ma'am Kristine. So ayan, the first one is beans. So guys, kanina ko pa namin po sinasabi that is the beans is the most one of the common ingredients in every recipe of a Mexican. So from frijoles, charols, comboy beans, to authentic fried beans made from tawag nito from winter, you're serving beans as side dish or putting them or burillos. They add flavoring, boost protein, and a texture of any kind. So guys ha, i-take down nyo to guys ha. Lalabas to sa mga exam nyo later or sa mga quiz nyo that beans is one of the common ingredients in Mexico. Ayan, Kristine. Ayan, Kristine, you're next. Okay. My my companion here is one with internet connection. So the next one is about rice. So about rice is we have four cheese rice with tomatoes, garlic, and onions to a simple dish. So ayan naman po siya with a simple dish. So these are the second this is ito po yung pangalawa. So common ingredients. First is the beans, is the second one is the rice. So according to here, side dishes serve as alongside your chicken tortillas. Rice is stumbled with traditional Mexican cooking. So the third one is avocado.
So, avocado. Avocado. We all know that guacamole is one of the shining stars in Mexican food, and that sliced avocados can be added to just about anything, from a simple bean dish to a topping for tostadas. Tortillas and Mexican cuisine go hand in hand, and there's nothing quite like the flavor and texture of tortillas when you make them homemade. So tortillas is like a rice for them kasi yun talaga yung laging nasa table nila. Mapa-breakfast man, lunch, or dinner. So next slide.
So the next slide
Cilantro.
is
Cilantro seems
cilantro.
to be the quintessential herb of Mexican cooking, with its spicy, tangy, and flavorful flavors.
Ayan. Cilantro. And the last about the common ingredients is cilantro. Seems this is the last is cilantro is a seems
So,
essential herb
cilantro
Mexican.
seems to be the quintessential herb of Mexican cooking.
Yes. Take it away. Okay, okay. Chilanto is a variant used in everything from gualacols, salad, and it's often used for garnish for tacos and casseroles with own tone of rice and a beans. So that is the last topic of our meron pa palang lime. So the last one is the limes. Limes can be found from the almost every meal beverage when you are using or eating a Mexican food. Whether it is a salas, margaritas, or a tacos, nothing can make flavors are like squeezing or freshing a lime juice. So, the time or a lime or a lemon is like a national produce by icon. So guys ha, ito po yung lemon, syempre of course, sa mga bartending natin. So ito yung mga common ingredients po talaga sa mga Mexican dishes, ayan, sa mga wine, sa mga food, para ayun, mapapagising kayo sa salap or sa rasap ng kanilang mga food dishes. So that ends for our, ayan, meron pa palang isa, ang nag-isang cheese. Oh my God. The last one is the cheese. So the cheese is the last, I think this is the last. Ay, hindi pa. Cheese qualifies, eto po siya, the next one is about cheese. Cheese is prominent ingredients in the Mexican culture cuisine. Ayan guys, i-take down nyo to guys ha, baka lalabas to mamaya. Cheese is the prominent ingredients in a Mexican culture. So the next one is tomato. So tomato from salsa sauces, tomato are crucial to the Mexican cooking as just about in any other ingredients, you can use them on a top, tacos, or create a sweet and a spicy homemade salsa. So ayan guys, tignan nyo ha, nakakagawa siya ng iba't ibang sweet and spicy homemade salsa, ang tomatoes. So, I think this is the last talaga, the corn. So, eto na siya, guys. Eto na yung mostly na sinasabi kanina ng aking kasama, ng ating teacher na si Ma'am Kristine, na corn is one also the important ingredients of, nalaglag po siya. Ayan, corn is one of the important also ingredients in, okay, ayan, wait lang natin, babalik siya ha. Okay, one of the important ingredients of our ingredients in a Mexican dishes, ayan, in African dishes, like that. So whether it is a grilled Mexican corn on a cob called elotes or a corn-based salsa corn has a long bean particle in a Mexican agriculture. So ayan guys, that is all about our common ingredients of our topic. So we have first the beans, the rice, avocados, tortilla, ayan, avocados, cilantro, limes, the cheese, tomatoes, and a corn. So while waiting for our for my kasama or si Ma'am Kristine. Okay, guys, if you have any questions or clarification about our topic today, because I know, because during this pandemic we have a lot of experience along we are performing our laboratory activities. Please let us know kung ano yung mga inquiries nyo. And by dropping all your comments or your any suggestion in RGC, so that we were able to know what are the adjustment of us, because me Ferdinand and my co-teacher Miss Kristine, so that we will know what will the alternative activity will be given, or ano yung mga kapalit sa mga bibigay namin activity in order for us. Ayan, in order for us to know what are the adjustments. So ayan guys, kung wala na po tayong katanungan, ayan, that ends our live lesson for today's episode. So ayan, I am your teacher, or I am your professor for today. I am Ferdinand Marquez, and my co-teacher, ayan, your teacher, your advisor is Miss Kristine Joy Macabeo, facing right now the internet connection. So ayan, thank you so much, ayan, for having us today, ayan, for listening, and hope, ayan, you can get a high grade later for your quizzes. So ayan, thank you so much, and keep safe everyone, and have a blessed day sa inyong lahat dyan. So, ayan, ingat-ingat po tayo guys ha. So, ayan, goodbye class. See you on our next topic. See you on Monday. Ayan, we will now discuss the Korean dishes. So, ayan, thank you guys for coming. Ayan, guys, I will upload this, and i-upload ko na lang po yung topics sa ating GC, and then you can browse or you can read, and then after siguro by Monday, before tayo mag-discuss the next topic, we will given you the quizzes. It consists only 20 items for your quizzes. Thank you so much, and goodbye. Bye guys.